What's good, folks? It's your boy Z we're here, and I just want to say that I'm happy to be turning 29. Today was my birthday, so I got a chance to celebrate it with some of my fraternity, brothers. Okay, man, I kicked it with some friends of mine from school. So, I watched a great game, man. I'm just gonna say right now that this was a defensive game. This game here was a defensive battle between New England and LA. Okay. Sean McVay basically got outcoached. All right. He did not make the right decisions at all. Okay. So before some of y'all try to blame this on the refs, you try to blame it on it being fixed and scripted, y'all got to look at the entire game. Okay. Because throughout the entire first three quarters, it was a field goal, meaning like both defenses was working extremely hard. But from what I told y'all in the past, the key to beat New England is through the line. Your defensive line got to be able to sack Brady. If you don't put no pressure on Tom Brady, he's going to hurt you. And sure enough, you've seen that. All basically Belichick did was wear out that defense. McVay played too conservatively. And my thing is, what were you doing running the ball on 3rd and 22? Okay, if it's 3rd and 22, you gotta go outfield. You gotta pass the ball. You can't be running and expect to get an open lane because New England, the linemen wasn't gonna give up nothing. Okay. The New England has a beefed up line. The offense and defensive line has actually been improved. Belichick made adjustments to the line. And I'm going to remind you that Patrick Chung was injured. Patrick Chung is their best safety. Yeah, Devin McCourty was good, but Patrick Chung is like a Pro Bowl safety. He got hurt, and you've seen that. So those want to say that this is WWE. Like, no, injuries do happen. I've said this many times. The people that say it's scripted don't actually play football. Now that man's injury ain't fake. He really got his arm caught. The way he landed on his arm and the way Patrick Chung's arm got connected, he really fractured it. That arm could have been more short. He could have actually broke his arm. He could not play. Okay. And then this is another problem too, man. What are you doing? Going for a field goal, you might as well should just scored the last touchdown. To go for a field goal and then miss, this basically proves there's no more field goal kickers. The days of the good field goal kickers are gone. Like Adam Vinatieri is pretty much the last of the great kickers in my book. Him, Janikowski, those guys are gone. That's it, man. There's no more kickers. The Steve Christie's of the league, those guys are since then gone. They're done. There's no more field goal kickers in this league at all. Nobody can kick field goals. That was totally embarrassing. Aaron Donald, and Hatcher, they got wore out pretty much. And I'll admit, Brandon Cooks made some good plays. And y'all forget that Brandon Cooks was on the New England Patriots just last year. Brandon Cooks was in Super Bowl 52 and lost to Philadelphia. And before y'all, and that's another thing too, man. Y'all gonna understand this. The Patriots can be beaten. The Eagles have done it and the Giants have done it already. The Giants done it twice. Okay? But y'all gotta understand this. Tom Brady is 9-3 in Super Bowls. He's that good of a quarterback. This man is the greatest of all time, officially. There's no other football player that's won 6 rings all on one team. So now Pittsburgh Steelers fans can no longer say they have the best franchise anymore. That's no longer in question anymore. They're officially tied with New England. Okay? Maybe now you see why Tom Brady is staying playing football for much longer because he's trying to tie up with Pittsburgh. That was the whole goal. Because Robert Kraft is trying to beat his AFC rival Pittsburgh. This is why Brady's trying to retire till he's 45. He's trying to get at least 11 or 12 rings. He wants to retire with New England being officially on top of the league. That's why. And again, the Rams are a completely young team. Okay, they're young. McVay is a young coach. Doug Peterson was coaching longer than him, so you got to understand this. Okay? Now, coaches like Tom Coughlin and Doug Peterson, they have way more coaching experience than Sean McVay. McVay is only 31 years old. You up against Belichick that's in the 70s. Man been coaching, been winning championships since the 80s, since he was on the Giants. Matter of fact, with Lawrence Taylor and Phil Simms. So again, man, y'all get to cut it with the stop saying the league is scripted, okay? If the league was rigged, this game wasn't rigged. The Rams still had opportunities to win the game. They just didn't have the right defense. They couldn't sack Brady. And then y'all need to go back and watch that game. The LA Rams offensive line got bombarded. They literally got bulldozed. They got bomb rushed. Dante Hightower, these gone. The linebackers straight broke through. The offensive line was weak. They didn't give Jared Goff no time in the pocket at all. Okay? That was the deciding factor. And then a key to lead them, they started wearing out. Robbie Goldman, they started wearing themselves out. They started getting tired. Again, y'all got to understand that Julian Edelman has been here the last 4 years in these championship games. Gronkowski been in these championship games already, man. They still got so many veterans. And then look at New England's running backs. They all beefed up. White, Michelle, and Patterson, especially Cordell Patterson. Cordell Patterson plays literally receiver and running back. Okay? That dude looked like Marshawn Lynch out there. He was literally, man, couldn't nobody hardly slow him down. It took 2 or 3 guys just to tackle him. Okay? The fact that Aaron Donald, Hatcher, and Ndamukong Suh couldn't even sack Tom Brady and get up in there should tell you something. Yeah, Brady threw an interception. Brady did throw a pick, okay? The first play of the game. Like I said, again, the Rams defense was playing well. But when your offense can't put no points on the board, this is what happens. Brady just a better quarterback than Jared Goff. And I told y'all that before. Jared Goff can't handle a lot of pressure. Which brings me to my point with the Saints. The Saints had an opportunity in overtime. They lost. Rams defensively beat the Saints. Saints fans just a bunch of crybabies. They lost that game fairly. That game was rigged to go into OT. Just like Brady's game did, except Drew Brees basically got shut down. He got shut out completely. That defense didn't show up like they were supposed to. New England, on the other hand, they allowed Rams to catch up, to get no kind of, they didn't allow the Rams to get going. Brandon Cooks, the receivers were covered. Let's just be honest. The best those receivers got was maybe 15, 20 yards. They did not score in the end zone at all. Patriots did their job defensively. The McCourty brothers did a good job guarding, okay? Patrick Chung, these guys all did a good job. And even Chung, before he got hurt, was doing a great job with that defense. Okay? Let's give New England some credit here. They're the equivalent of the Boston Celtics in the NBA. Okay? And I don't see y'all calling the Celtics championship scripted or rigged. Okay? They've been winning championships since Bill Russell was over there, man. Let's just be honest. They got 17. The Lakers got 16 championships. Okay? Now, I'm going to show y'all something right now. And I want y'all to really pay attention. I want y'all to look at the Eagles. And look how the way the Eagles play defense.
In Minnesota, here we go on a line drive kick fielded by Clement at the 1-yard line. To the outside he goes. 3rd down and 4. Foles flushed out. Keeps his eyes downfield and completes it to Alshon Jeffrey.
Notice, Nick Foles will actually get out the pocket and start moving around. Jared Goff was acting like he was just under. Jared Goff didn't want to get hit. That was a problem. See, 9 times out of 10, this is why offenses fail, because their quarterbacks are scared to take the hit. Okay? They're scared of getting hurt. Jared Goff played scared. Let's just be honest. He could not handle that New England Patriots defense. Jared Goff didn't want to get hit. That man saw linemen in front of him. He pressured. He folded under pressure. Nick Foles don't fold under pressure, if you notice. Nick Foles will take the hit. Nick Foles will take the necessary risk for his team to be successful. Okay, so I want you to watch Nick Foles this game, because this is what Jared Goff didn't do. What the Eagles were able to do last year, this is what the Rams did not do.
Foles deep in the pocket, fires downfield, and that is hauled in at the 38-yard line. 2nd down and 4. Little flip out here to Corey Clement. And Clement gets inside the 10 and sets up a 1st down and goal. A rookie had to get him early in the season on Caleb Sturgis. Got hurt opening day. 25-yard attempt is good. Got used to it by the 4th quarter, though. Brady throws, and that'll be caught, and that is James White. Play action, good protection, wide open. Chris Hogan, who gets inside the 30.
Again, they got the same dudes they had from last year. I'm telling you, man, this comes down to experience.
Takes the ball down to the Philadelphia 27-yard line for nothing. Brady fires over the middle, caught at the 14-yard line. A dozen seasons. 26-yard attempt. Ryan Allen to put it down. And the
Now notice, this game both came down to a field goal. Both teams scored 3 points in the opening drives, okay? But again, Philly had a different team. They had a better game plan than the Rams.
With similar opening drives. Blunt is the running back. Garrett Blunt over the right side. Breaks free. Into Patriot territory.
Now, that was LeGarrette Blunt. LeGarrette Blunt was an ex-Patriot like Brandon Cooks is. Okay? So then, again, there's no excuses for how the Rams lost that game. You got LeGarrette Blunt, you had Jay Ajayi. Jay Ajayi, again, is like another Todd Gurley. He's elusive. He makes a difference. But again, Gurley, I told y'all before, Gurley was 100% going into these playoffs. He had a pretty bang-up year. And as you can see, why was Nick Foles able to score, but Jared Goff couldn't score in the end zone? And that's Alshon Jeffrey. So notice, man. Notice how Nick Foles has an offensive line. The Eagles have had a better offensive line than the Rams do this season. The Rams' O-line, I'm be honest, they couldn't block for nothing. They couldn't guard nobody.
Alshon Jeffrey for the touchdown. Jones puts it down, and that kick is no good.
See, the Eagles missed field goals too, but they didn't let that affect them.
He missed it. Brady under pressure, slips away deep downfield, and getting free is Danny Amendola. And breaking tackles and taking it all the way to the 29-yard line. Play action. Fires. Caught. Hogan backhands it. And the ball is handed off to Brandon Cooks, who tries to hurdle and can't.
See, once again, Brandon Cooks played there last year. I told you, man, he was on this Patriot roster. But see, that's the thing, man. The Patriot secretary knows him well. They knows him all too well. They know how to guard against him. Okay? This is another reason why the Rams had such a hard time. Okay? It's hard to play against the guy. It's hard to for the guy leaving the team he played with last year. This team don't know anything about him. They know everything about Brandon Cooks. They know where he's going. They know his best routes. They know where he likes to go on the field. They know where Jared Goff's going to give Brandon Cooks the ball. So the Patriots came well prepared for that. Now you see, Gustafsson ain't the best field goal kicker. I told you, man, like he's not Adam Vinatieri at all. A lot of these field goal kickers have been missing a lot of field goals. This has been happening all this season. So if those y'all want to say that they was paid off the missed field goals, they ain't. And just a lot of these kickers ain't accurate no more. Now you see that? Nick Foles can run. Jared Goff, again, man, Jared Goff was scared. He was scared to move out of there. All right, let's just be honest. Nick Foles can handle the pressure better than Jared Goff. This will separate Nick Foles from Carson Wentz. To me, Nick Foles should actually be the starting quarterback. If I'm the Eagles, I'm trading Carson Wentz now and see what I could get for him and get me another quarterback. Nick Foles should honestly be the starter. It should not be Carson Wentz.
Passes incomplete at the 30-yard line. Deep backfield, wide open, Brandon Cooks. And he gets smacked.
Look at that. Look how he got smacked. So again, man, New England was prepared for Brandon Cooks. That's just all that was. Like I say, I show you right now, man, he could be stopped. Okay, like Brandon Cooks balled out. I give him that, but he couldn't score in the end zone. Why? Because the New England secondary is prepared for him. They know him all too well.
At the 40-yard line, taking some shot there by Jenkins, who was spinning.
And look how Malcolm Jenkins lowered the boom. Okay, that man was knocked out cold. These injuries happen. So if you think this is fake, y'all need to go out with your friends, take at least like 22 of your buddies, you and like 21 of your buddies, go out there in the football field with gear or no gear, and you're going to go full speed like these guys do and see who gets hurt, see who's going to get a concussion or a headache.
Round 13, third down and 5 here, and now you got to flip back here to Brady, who throws, and it's Brady who can't.
See, Brady, you know what I'm saying, showed his age. He can't catch the ball. He's not fast enough.
Pull it in. And Brady down the sideline, and that's incomplete. Pressure coming, and that pass intended for Jeffrey at the 21-yard line. Great catch. Minnesota. Blunt is in the backfield. Garrett Blunt swings to the outside, inside the 10. Blunt to the.
Again, he's a factor. Todd Gurley could not do this. C.J. Anderson actually fumbled. He fumbled in this game. New England was able to knock the ball from his hands. But LeGarrette Blount was a much different running back. So, again, I'm just trying to show y'all what's going on right now. Okay? This Patriots team lost last year in Super Bowl 52, but they came ready for Super Bowl 53. Why? Because they came with a different game plan. They studied their opponents. Okay? They watched game film. That's why I tell you, these teams don't need no script. There's no such this thing as this. The game may be rigged, but it's not scripted.
So, behind a solid block, out to the right side. Hold once there, naturally go to the left, and it's Jeffrey, and he can't make the catch. The back is Burkhead, double fake, and then Burkhead makes the catch, and Rex Burkhead gets free, has a block.
Now you see Burkhead again balled out this year. He was there last year, okay? So again, they got some of their retarders, they starters back. Some of their returners came back. New England is good at keeping their core. By the way, Amendola is like one of the only ones who left. Amendola and about like a whole bevy of others, but they kept Burkhead. He's too important to that team.
This time the snap is good, hold is perfect, and the kick is likewise. First down, Foles going deep down the sideline, and it is Gentleman intercepted by Harmon at the 3-yard line. Jeffrey couldn't handle it, and New England gets the takeaway. He stays in the block. Brady going deep down the right side for Hogan, who rolls it in. Anything. Brady's thrown for 234 to this point. Big hole left side, James White. Inside the 10, takes it to the...
Yeah, James White is an excellent running back. This guy here gets the job done for you. This is why they paid James White the money they paid him. Same thing with Chris Hogan. Okay? Gronkowski, Julian Edelman, these guys are very important to them. James White helped them actually beat the Atlanta Falcons. That man has been here the last 2-3 seasons. Okay? The Rams are a team that's not been there before, okay? There's a difference. Nick Foles has been in this league about at least about 6 years. 4 or 5 seasons. Going on his 6th year. Okay? Nick Foles been playing since 2013. Jared Goff has barely played 2 years ago when you had Jeff Fisher. Okay, so you understand it. This comes down to experience. How long have you been playing this game? It's come down to your IQ and your knowledge.
Touchdown Patriots. Good. Hold looked pretty good.
Looked like there was a little bobble on the tail end of that hold in
3rd and 3. And that is floated and caught down the sideline by Clement. Corey Clement breaks the tackle inside the 20 with the goal. And they're going to snap it, and it's Trey Burton who goes caught.
See, why was Nick Foles able to do that? You see, this is what Jared Goff did not do. Sean McVay didn't have these type of plays. Doug Peterson did. Doug Peterson came with a game plan last year that Jared Goff did not do. Doug Peterson is a very aggressive coach. Nick Foles right there just topped Tom Brady. The play Brady was trying to do, he did the same thing, but actually succeeded. So again, man, I'm just showing y'all what's going on right now. The reason why teams lose is because they don't make plays like they're supposed to. There was not a script to tell Nick Foles to do that. They did that on their own. It's called trick plays, and they probably practiced that already. Okay, you know how many times trick plays are ran in college? So it's easy for people to, people want to use gematria, but they don't watch the entire game. They have no knowledge of or understanding of the football game at all, of any sport they're looking at. They want to base it on conspiracy theory. They want to tie it up to somebody dying, tie it up to politics, things that ain't got nothing to do with this game at all. Okay? This is why the Eagles won last year, because they was able to outplay the Patriots completely.
Oh, start the second half. Send it out here to Danny Amendola, and that will... Stepping up, avoids the pressure, throws it. This time it is caught. Inside handoff. Brady throws, and that's Gronkowski, so back to him. That one catch in the first half. 4-man rush, and then it's caught. Gronkowski for the touchdown. Fake to Blunt. Foles fires down the sideline, caught first down. The line does a good job. The pass into the end zone, and it is Corey.
But yeah, again, you see how more accurate Nick Foles is from Jared Goff, okay? Nick Foles is the better quarterback. Again, man, this goes down to how well can you make plays? How better are you from your opponent?
Ruling on the field stands.
Brady fires over the middle, and that is caught near midfield, taken in by Hogan.
And coverage.
Great protection again, down the middle, open inside the 30-yard line. Play fake on first down. To the end zone, caught! Touchdown, Hogan. Foles pitching in the stomach, then throws to the sideline. Pulled in along the sideline, rolling on. Foles fires, caught over the middle. Torrey Smith, the Super Bowl, he would break that here, and he does.
So, yeah, see, I'm just trying to show y'all right now. Last year was a high-score game because the Eagles was able to keep up with New England. Okay? The Rams didn't. What the Rams did better than what did Philadelphia, they was able to keep New England at 3 points for the majority of the game. But the problem with the Rams, again, they didn't have enough left in the tank. They got frustrated, and you seen this. They broke down mentally. You can't break down mentally against this Patriot team. All right? So I hope that you all get a clear understanding of why the Patriots now have 6 Super Bowls. It's because this team has the ability to make plays. They keep their core the same. Robert Kraft spends the money he spends because he wants his team to continue to compete. So, like I told you, man, the Patriots don't need the referee's help. They don't. It's been proven already. Brady had been in this league since 2001. He don't have to rely on the referee's help. Bill Belichick been coaching since 1975. So do the math. Be honest. That's years and years of experience. That's how, you know what I'm saying? Do the math from 1975 until now. So Bill Belichick been coaching that long, then why does he need to rely on the refs' help? He don't. They don't need the refs' help. The main reason why they didn't beat the Eagles is because the Eagles was able to score points and stay ahead of New England. That's why. Okay? Philly was able to put the pressure on New England by putting points on the board and get to the end zone. Rams could not get into the end zone at all. That was the issue right there, was the offense. Again, the Rams did a good job defensively. Offensively, it was a problem. Because anytime your offense can't put points on the board against the Patriots, you're not going to win. This is why the Falcons lost a 26-point lead in Super Bowl 51. Why? Because Matt Ryan was scoreless in the fourth quarter. And Brady was able to tie that game and go into OT. You're not going to beat New England and not be able to score no points. Okay? So New England did a good job defensively, but they was able to handle the pressure. Okay? They figured, okay, we lost last year. We're not losing again this year. New England was just hungrier. Okay? In these type of games, championship games, you're going to win it because you're never going to get too many opportunities. The Falcons look like they're done. Look like the Panthers ain't getting another opportunity for a long time unless Ron Rivera turns that team completely around. And then look at the Saints. Okay, this is the reason why New England goes every year, because they have a core. Belichick knows how to keep that team fresh. He recruits certain guys. James White, Michelle Core, and Cordell Patterson, like I told y'all before in my other videos. Cordell Patterson was a journeyman. That man went from the Minnesota Vikings to the Oakland Raiders, now to the New England Patriots. And why? Because the Vikings and Raiders didn't know how to use him. Bill Belichick knows how to use Cordell Patterson properly. Why? Because Cordell Patterson is a runner. He has size. You got to use him like you use a running back. Okay? He rotates reps. He rotates touches with Burkhead and White. Remember, man, New England knows how to mix it up offensively. They actually know how to sub guys in and out. New England got penalized because they kept using different formations. They kept shifting 2 or 3 guys. That's one thing Brady's good at. Brady is good at audibling. He knows how to read the defense. So if you play in the weak side, if you're not playing the correct defense, Tom Brady is going to expose you every freaking time. Okay? So let's give that man some credit. Let's respect Brady's game. Okay? And if you want more proof, go back and look at the New York Giants and how Michael Strahan, Jason Pierre-Paul, Justin Tuck, Antron Woe, and how Tom Coughlin was able to beat the New England Patriots. Look at how Eli Manning was able to beat the Patriots, because Eli Manning was able to make plays. Eli Manning was able to keep his drive alive. Okay? The Eagles forced the Patriots to use up their timeouts. That's another thing too, man. When that game was over, the Patriots still had 2 more timeouts left. The Rams did not do a good job forcing the Patriots to use up their timeouts. Philly did, so there's a difference. The Eagles had what the Rams didn't have in offense, But the Rams had what the Eagles didn't have in defense. But what kept the Eagles in the game was the fact the offense was able to score the football. So when you're able to keep your drive alive, it gives your defense enough rest. McVay didn't do that good job at all. And plus, too, man, Doug Peterson made smarter throws in this in Super Bowl 52. He made smarter plays. Okay? Sean McVay did not mix it up at all. He kept trying to run the same thing. And that's not going to work against New England. New England, you got to be able to do something different. You got to throw New England off guard. Okay? You got to throw it by surprise. And how you do that? By mixing up your plays. Okay? Todd Gurley, you could tell he's hurt. He's banged up too much. That man needs to take the next 3 or 4 months to finally recuperate. Okay? But they was on Gurley anyway. They had Gurley covered. Again, man, the defense was prepared for Jared Goff. They saw what the Saints did do against Jared Goff, and they capitalized on it. That team watched game film on the Rams. Though said this whole week, y'all gotta understand that each team has game film on the other team. And how you prepare in your game film and how you prepare and how you strategize, how you practice is how you go play against your opponent. These players spend time in the film room. Okay? They got playbooks. They're studying. They doing their homework. Brady does his homework on everybody. Okay? Anyway, folks, that's the video, man. I hope you enjoyed this NFL season. Stay tuned, because I'll see you next year when I'll see you next summer when football season comes back around. When I come back with an NFL preview. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. Again, man, I'm happy that I'm seeing 29. Happy birthday to everybody who's Aquarius of this month. To all my fellow Aquariuses, happy belated birthday. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. I'll see you soon.